morning, West Rocks. Today we are live from the Panther newsroom. My name is Brooke McHugh.
And my name is Isabella Kibbe.
Today is Wednesday, August 31st, and it is an A Day. Welcome back, Panthers. We are excited to welcome you to the 2022-2023 school year. A special welcome to our 6th graders. It is a great day to be a Panther.
Each morning, Panther News is broadcast in homeroom at 8:15 a.m. to share announcements, sports recaps, and other important information. Homeroom must be quiet when the broadcast is live so that everyone can hear the anchors.
Panther News starts with the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise when you hear the anthem. If you are in the hallway for any reason during the anthem, please stop and wait until it is over. We often have special guests on Panther News to share important information. And now over to Dr. Reynolds.
All right. Good morning. Welcome back. Happy 22-23 school year. It was great to see everybody back, getting off buses, coming out of cars, walking, excited. Everybody ready to rock and roll for a great year. Just like our Panther News anchor shared, 6th graders, welcome. It's your first year at West Rocks, first year of middle school. It's a big difference. 7th graders, you are starting the halfway point of your middle school career, believe it or not. And 8th graders, this is it. You are the oldest ones in the school. This is your last year of middle school as you get ready to transition to high school next year. So take advantage of this. Some of you guys will have the opportunity to earn high school credit this year in your classes, and you are going to culminate your middle school experience with a lot of fun and a lot of learning and a great year. With that, our teachers and staff have been working incredibly hard, getting ready for this year over the summer, participating, getting their classrooms ready, getting curriculum and all of our resources. So big thank you and shout out to our teachers and staff for all the hard work that they did to get ready for this school year. And all of us will be able to take advantage of it. It's going to be a great year. This year, we really want to focus on creating a positive culture, for both students and staff. We want to make sure that students and staff and all members of the West Rocks community feel safe, successful, and known. Really, we want to make sure not only do you feel safe in a classroom and in the school, but you feel safe emotionally as well. You feel confident that you can share an answer, take chances, make a mistake in class, and your teachers are going to be able to are going to really work to creating that environment and building those relationships that you already started last year for our 7th and 8th graders, and establishing new ones for 6th grade, and as well as new teachers and staff for our returning students. Successful, that doesn't just mean academic achievement, but successful in social emotional growth and anything that you strive out to do, both whether it be goals or otherwise. We want to make sure you feel successful, and we set you up for success each and every day you set foot at West Rocks. And known, we want to know who you are. Yes, we know your name, where you're from, where you live. We also want to know about your interests. What do you do outside of the school day? What interests you? What do you like? What do you not like? And your teachers and staff and all of us are going to ask really some questions and get to know you, and not only teachers and staff, but also our other students in the building. So we want to make sure that every member of the West Rocks community feels safe, successful, and known every time they come in here. Today, maybe you have already, as I was walking around and popping into classrooms, I saw some teachers already starting to review their planner. Every student is going to get a planner and handbook. The first 30 pages of your planner, because you can use it to write down homework, use it for notes, use it for all of those things because it is a calendar. The first 30 pages is our handbook. So you're going to review it today. You're going to start in the morning. If you haven't already, when we finish up this in just a few minutes, you can continue going through some of our expectations. And then when you come back, because last year we called it the enrichment period, this year is the win period, what I need. For the first couple weeks, you're going to return to homeroom during this 30 minutes from 11:10 to 11:40. And so today you're going to continue going through your planner and looking through and reviewing some of our school-wide expectations. And before you leave today, you're actually going to sign the end of it just to make sure you've acknowledged that you have it, you reviewed it, and your homeroom teacher is going to collect it. So with that, I am like to share my screen. Give me 1 second. And if somebody from Panther News could help me out, that'd be great. Thank you very much. So this is what you should see in the inside of your planner. I'm just going to highlight a couple things to make sure we're on the same page today. before I turn you over to your homeroom teacher, because you'll have that today and you're going to come back during your homeroom period. So this is the beginning, and if you haven't already, please put your name, homeroom advisory, house and grade. So if you're in Delta 6, Delta 7, Delta 8, Alpha 6, so on and so forth in grade, and your counselor's name. So if you're a sixth grader, Mr. Cherbo, seventh grader, Miss Simone, and eighth grader, Mr. Amaya. You have your calendar here, which gives you an outline of the school year. This is your table of contents, which you review a lot of this really important information that you can refer to, and you can show your parents and guardians and family members too, because this is really what we go by, our rules and expectations for the entire year. A couple things that I wanted to show you and share. We're going to talk a little bit about pause. You'll talk about school-wide expectations, pause cards, positive interactions, accountability, willingness, and safety. But I did want to kind of make sure we knew what our schedule is. Okay, this is in your it's in your planner on page 7. You can take a look at this year's schedule. So it's the same times as last year, except we changed a little bit about who eats when the grade levels meet for our 7th and 8th graders who are returning. And you're going to see from 11:10 to 11:40, it was that enrichment period last year. We're going to call it WIN this year. And like I said, you're going to return back to your homeroom for the first 2 weeks during this that enrichment period, 11:10 to 11:40. You're going to return to homeroom, and you're going to continue to review some of these expectations in your planner. Something that's going to be a little bit different this year is we're going to have 2 bells during the day. 2 bells. One is going to be at 8:30, which marks the end of your homeroom advisory in the morning. You're actually going to hear a bell, and that'll dismiss everyone to your first period, whether it's your core or your related arts. And then you're going to hear another bell at 11:10. That means you should already be in your WIN period, your formally enrichment period, for the next half hour, because that's our school-wide transition. We have one at 8:30. Today it'll be 9 o'clock, because that's at the end of homeroom. So 9 o'clock, you're going to hear a bell. And then you're going to hear each and every day at 11:10, which will signal to us and everybody in the building you should already be in your enrichment, your WIN period at that time. Okay, you can check in with your grades in Power School and your classes, but everyone should have gotten a schedule in homeroom. Your homeroom teachers printed those out and distributed those today. But you can review your period, your classes, and your class schedule. And I know a lot of the teachers, if they already haven't, they will write it on the board and make sure you know where you're going next. The only other piece, and again, there's some dress code expectations, which we'll talk about, some grading. We will have our a class expectations assembly over the next 2 days. 8th and 7th will be tomorrow, and 6th will be on Friday. So you're going to wait for an announcement. You're going to come down, and Ms. Amro, myself, and some others will talk to you a little bit about expectations as a grade level over the next couple of days. 7th and 8th tomorrow, and 6th on Friday. Just a couple more things before we wrap up. Chromebooks. You are going to get Chromebooks tomorrow. Chromebooks tomorrow in your homeroom. So in the morning, you'll be able to plug in, charge them, and then when you go back for the WIN period, 11:10, back to homeroom tomorrow, you're actually going to get a cool plastic case, a hardcover. You're going to get your charger, your Chromebook that you can bring around and bring home and bring it charged every day. So your Chromebook's going to get tomorrow, be distributed tomorrow. You'll bring that home tomorrow. You'll get it during school. And if you have, and also if you lockers, homeroom teachers will get locker lists, and this is optional. Not all students will need a locker. It'll only be if you want to, and your homeroom teacher will be able to assign you one of the lockers near the homeroom. Finally, I left cell phones. We do not allow cell phones here. Okay, we do not allow cell phones here. AirPods and earbuds also. Not unless your teacher directs you to watch something on your Chromebook in class. So that shouldn't exist today because we don't have Chromebooks. If you have them out, you'll be redirected, and a staff member may ask you for the phone. You can get it back at the end of the day, the first or second time, and then your parent or guardian will have to come and get it after that from the main office. Cell phones are not allowed. Again, those people, some of our returning students who maybe got away with it last year, please understand that they will be taken today. They are not allowed. And finally, before you leave today, you're going to look at, this is our code of conduct. I want you can kind of take a look at it. That gets on page 14, 15, all the way to some of the consequences that if you make some poor choices, these are some of the consequences. And on page 28, at the end of this, after we look at all of those expectations, I want you to take a look. And teachers, homeroom teachers, this is just a reminder that this is the page that we need to put our printed student name. Everybody does. They sign it, your homeroom advisory grade and date, and we actually tear that page 28 out at the end of the win period today by 11:40. And homeroom teachers, please collect that, keep it in a folder, and return it at the end of the week to the main office, because this is an acknowledgement that we've reviewed, that every student got a planner and a handbook, and so we can refer back to it over the course of the year, 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. So at this point, we're going to wrap up, and we'll turn it over for the last 7 minutes or so to homeroom teachers. I want you to have a great day today. Get off on the right foot. Ask any questions that you may need to any adult in the building, and especially some of our students who are returning. You're going to meet some new friends, meet some new teachers. Go in with an open mind, a positive attitude, have positive interactions, be accountable throughout the day for our decisions and what we're doing and when. Be willing to try something new. Go outside of your comfort zone and make sure we're safe and making good choices. That's throughout the day. So the next time we'll be able to see you will be in the hallways. And when you come down for lunch, we will start all in the cafeteria before we get lunch and recess by grade level today. So we'll have another opportunity to talk. With that, I wish everybody a great day and a great 22-23 school year. And now back to our anchors to wrap up.
At Westrox, Panthers always raise their paws. You'll hear this saying a lot.
The P stands for positive interactions. A stands for accountability.
The W stands for willingness, and the S stands for safety. We hope you have a great first day back.